What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 video. Today, we are going to be reviewing the top 10 game modes in Garden Warfare 2. Now I decided that I was gonna choose every game mode, so like every type of game mode. So that you're gonna be seeing stuff like Town Hall game modes, Ops, and obviously regular backyard portal game modes. I just decided to do all around everything. I might later do a ranking of every single game mode, but for now we're just going to do top 10 game modes. If you guys do go on to enjoy it, make sure to drop a like. If you guys are new, subscribe. And let's get in the list. Coming in at number 10 is going to be Graveyard Ops. Now, the reason why I chose Graveyard Ops and not Garden Ops is because I think Graveyard Ops is a little bit more fun with the variety of zombies you can have. I just feel like there's a lot more fun zombies you can play, because I personally prefer zombies. For example, Toxic Brains. If you have never done a full Toxic Brains crazy Graveyard Ops, you're missing out, because it is a blast, especially when you get super bit waves. It is a ton of fun. You also can get rewarded, like this game mode actually, a lot of people don't know this, you actually get the most coins from this game mode. For example, the slot actually has a chance to give you 3 diamonds, and that means you get a 10,000 coin. Oh, actually, it's 11,500 bonus, because, you know, you get 1,500 and then the extra 10,000 if you beat the wave. And then if it's a super boss wave, I believe if it's on crazy mode, you get, I believe it's an extra 10,000 or 5,000. You basically, if you get lucky enough, you can make probably, I think it's 60,000 off this. Granted, it does take pretty good amount of time, but if you get, you know, if your luck is right, you can get like 60,000 off of just one match of Graveyard Ops or Garden Ops, but I prefer Graveyard Ops. It is just a good amount of fun, you know, it's just the thing that everybody has played before, you know, whether it's either a love or hate relationship. I haven't played it in a little bit, but it's you know, that's why it's number 10. It's fun, but it's not the best. It definitely has its flaws. Like, for example, if you're playing a character and you die, you know, you gotta wait for your friends to either complete the wave or revive you, and if you don't get revived, then, you know, you're missing out on the wave. So there are obviously flaws, but there are also a lot of pros to this. But yeah, that's why it is number 10. Coming up at number 9 is going to be the best ops mode, Infinity Time. Infinity Time is really just, it's just something different. It's weird because you're playing as either a dinosaur or a cat, which doesn't matter if you're on, you know, if you're on Plants team, you're a dinosaur. If you're on Zombies team, you're a cat. There's basically no difference. The only difference is literally that you just have like different abilities, but they're almost the same anyway. The reason I chose Infinity Time is because first off, it's endless, so you can go for as long as you want. Number 2, it provides a ton of coins, and number 3, it is just, if you're starting out the game and, you know, you're used to playing as Plants and Zombies, if you do Infinity Time, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like this is so weird. It's such a weird game mode, but it's so interesting. It's so much fun, and you have to try it. The only flaw about this game mode is that you have to complete every single leaf quest. So you have to do a ton of quests to be able to do this. It does take time, but that's really like the only flaw in this. I guess another flaw would be you know, again, if you die, you have to wait for the wave if you're with friends. But another thing is you have 2,000 not XP. Sorry, you have 2,000 health. You are an absolute unit. You can just go through anything. You literally can destroy anything. It does get progressively harder. So, you know, there's been people who've gotten to wave like 50. I'm pretty sure, and you know that is, it gets very hard. It gets very challenging, but it is a lot of fun to do. You do get a lot of coins. And also another pro about this is it's very easy to unlock party characters when you do this. Past wave 25, you just need 25,000 shards, and you get almost every time a guaranteed party character. So yeah. Coming in at number 8 is going to be a portal game mode, is going to be Suburban Nation. It is overall just a solid game mode. There's nothing bad about this game. It's just that it does move pretty slow. There's a lot of fun in capturing the points. But I do think that Turf Takeover does beat this by a lot, considering that there's only 1 point you have to capture in Turf Takeover, and in Suburban Nation there's 3. So, you know, a lot of times the lobby is split up, and, you know, a lot of times, you know, you go to a point and there's like 4 members of the other team there, and you just get slaughtered, and then, you know, your team sometimes just doesn't know what they're doing, and you lose by a lot. I've lost by a complete 100 one time. I've literally lost 0 to 100 in this game mode. Another good thing is that it's very good for XP. very good for XP. You capture a point, you get like 100 XP if you have 2 times multiplier. Or no, so if you neutralize it, you get 100 XP. If you capture it, you get 200. So that's 300 XP just by sitting in a circle. So, you know, that is a lot of fun. Suburban Nation, overall, just a pretty solid game mode. I have nothing wrong with this game mode. Coming in at number 7 is going to be a Town Hall game mode, Legends of the Brawl. Legends of the Brawl is a game mode where you literally just play as random legendary characters. The fun thing about this is you don't get to choose your character, and I think that really is what makes this game mode a lot of fun. It's really easy to level up in this game mode because, you know, you're playing as legendary characters, and it's even better because you don't even have to have the characters unlocked to play them. There is one big flaw to this, and that flaw is when you're playing a character you really like and you die and you don't get revived, there's a very big chance you respawn and you don't get to play as that character again. But again, you still get to play as a legendary character, so it just makes up for it. I think the reason why I like this game mode so much is because like the randomness to it just makes it so much better. It just adds a feel of like a fresh feeling. Like you don't have to decide what character you're gonna play. Like you get to play whatever character you want that is legendary, but it's random. And that's why I like this game mode so much, and that's why it's on this list. Coming up at number 6 is going to be Gnome Bomb. So Gnome Bomb is pretty similar to Suburban Nation, except you don't capture points, you destroy points. Gnome Bomb is a very good game mode because this is one of the only game modes where it can go for an infinite amount of time. Literally, overtime can last forever if you have a good lock. I've been in Gnome Bomb games that lasted well over like 2 hours, and I'm not even lying about that. You get a ton of coins from this game mode. There's plenty of you know, competition, especially when you're on the last 2 points. If you destroy 2 of their tombstones and they destroy 2 of yours, then you have 1 each, and it gets very competitive and it's very fun. If you have a group of friends in this lobby going against each other, it's a lot of fun. Gnome Bomb, probably one of the best Portal game modes. You know, when I see Gnome Bomb, I'm never upset, except for when it's on Time Park. Then I am. Coming up at number 5, not a surprise to anyone, but it is going to be the best Portal game mode, Turf Takeover. Overall, amazing game mode, absolutely nothing wrong. As I said about Suburban Nation, Turf Takeover is better because you're fighting for 1.6 times, and at the end of the game, you are doing a completely different mission every single map. So, for example, Season Time, you're pushing a wagon into the castle. Great White North, you're defrosting a Yeti, and you know, so on. There's a lot of different things you can do, and another thing I like about this is in Garden Warfare 1, the zombies were the only ones on the offense. And in Garden Warfare 2, they fixed that by making the plants on the offense, which just added a whole other level, so much better that the zombies get to defend in this game too. Overall, amazing game mode, never upset when you get turf. You also get a huge payout of coins. And yeah, number 4 is going to be Soil Survivors. Now, Soil Survivors is an arena type game mode where if you die, you are out into the next round. I think there was 5 total rounds, so if you won 3-0, you would just win the match. If you won 3-2, you just win. Honestly, if it was 2-2, you had to compete. You'd have to compete for the tiebreaker. Overall, I don't really have much to say about this game mode because I kind of forget a lot of it. It hasn't been out in like 5 years. But I'm gonna play, you know, obviously in the background, I'm gonna play footage of it. This is actually my footage, because on PC there are plenty of mods you can get where you can actually play these game modes that are never coming back, unfortunately. It is overall just a really fun game mode, and yeah. Coming up at number 3 is going to be Capture the Taco. Now, Capture the Taco is a little bit of a different version of Taco Bandits from Garden Warfare 1. It's different only because instead of the zombies capturing the plants' tacos only 3 times, there are both teams trying to capture each other's tacos until the timer runs out. Now, a cool thing about this game mode is you can actually play this in the backyard, which is a really cool feature. Backyard is actually a playable map online, and this game mode, and I think 1 or 2 others. But when you get the backyard in this game mode, it's a ton of fun because obviously you're playing in the backyard and you're just capturing each other's tacos. It's a very difficult game mode because, you know, people defend the taco like crazy, but it is very, very fun to play. And thankfully, this game mode does come back every once in a while. I think it's every like April or something like that. And yeah, Capture the Taco, very, very solid game mode. Coming up at number 2 is going to make a lot of people upset because it hasn't returned in a long time. It is Cats vs. Dinos. A lot of you people might know Cats vs. Dinos from looking at your achievements and noticing that, wow, I'm missing an achievement. And yeah, you're missing probably most likely this achievement from Cats vs. Dinos. It has not returned in a good long time. And basically, it was a game mode where you play from the cats and the dinos from Infinity Time, but you play against each other. So instead of fighting AI, you're fighting other people, and it was like Team Vanquish, except you're playing as robot dinosaurs and robot cats. It was amazing. It was so much fun. The online map was completely different from Infinity Time. It was an amazing map. It was just so much fun. Obviously, a lot of people are missing the achievement for this, which makes a lot of people sad. I really do hope they bring this back sometime, but unfortunately, that's very far-fetched. It's probably not going to happen, but if you got to experience this game mode, you would know how much fun it was. It was absolutely amazing. One of the best gaming experiences I've ever had. It was just amazing. But not as amazing as my pick for the #1 best game mode in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, Boss Hunt. This is not controversial at all. I think almost every single person who's played Boss Hunt can agree with me that this was the best game mode in Garden Warfare 2. Boss Hunt is basically what it sounds. You just hunt a boss. But it's not that simple. It's not just going down, hunting a boss, and killing them like in Ops. You had to do a little series of challenges before the timer ran out. And if you did complete these challenges, you were rewarded with cosmetics and coins. And a lot of the cosmetics that you were rewarded with are very rare today, because not many people have them, because it was actually a very hard game mode to complete, because a lot of the times you get randoms who have no idea what they're doing. And unfortunately, I was one of those randoms, so I'm sorry to anybody who played with me. So for this boss hunt, I'm going to take Sasquatch Yeti, for example. Sasquatch Yeti, who was very difficult. I think this is one of the more difficult ones. Sasquatch Yeti, basically what his challenge was, if I remember, as I said, these haven't been out in a long time. One of the challenges was you had to take out these burgers before he ate them, or else he healed, and he healed a lot of health. And a lot of the times, randoms didn't even know what they were doing, so if you don't know what you're doing, then you're basically screwed. And that's a flaw about this game mode, but honestly, it added to the fun of it, because figuring out what to do was just so much fun. And when you finally completed the game mode, after all those attempts, you felt so good, because you finally unlocked the customization, you finally beat it. And after you beat these bosses, you actually unlock a new difficulty for them, where you can summon him and unlock another cosmetic and more coins. And when you completed it fully, you also got rainbow stars. Actually, I think it was like, oh my gosh, it was 30 rainbow stars you get. It was a ton of rainbow stars. Unfortunately, as I said, again, this game mode is probably never going to come back. There's good news. You actually can play this on PC if you have a mod installed for it. Unfortunately, only for PC players, but it is so much worth it, because Boss Hunt is such a fun game mode. It also ate up like 30 minutes of your time. It was pretty long. So if you were just like waiting for something to happen during the day, or you wanted to waste some time, hop on Garden Warfare 2, play Boss Hunt with your bros, and it was a ton of fun. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for today's top 10. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I also hope you guys agree with my list. If you guys don't, let me know your opinions down below. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one.